Hi, and welcome to this week's solo episode of the Guest List podcast. I'm your host, Steve Guest. Today's podcast is centered around something that I like to do quite often, and I've just embarked on day one yesterday. It's definitely out there. If you were to Google or search for a 21-day challenge, what you'll find is 21 to 28 day challenges out there. A lot of them are centered around health, well-being, fitness type goals. But they say it takes 21 to 28 days to form a new habit. And I'm a firm believer that creating challenges that last over a decent amount of time, such as 21 days, actually creates some really good habits that you can start to just appreciate in your daily lives. I did a 21-day challenge years and years ago, and it was a really simple challenge. It was just to simply, when somebody asks you of a morning, how you doing, it was to use really positive and empowering words like feel great, feel fantastic, looking forward to today, on top of the world, all these sorts of things. And what it started to do was create a positive sense of feeling that actually you started to get more out of the day because you'd stopped using responses like, yeah, I'm not too bad. Yeah, I could be better. Yeah, I'm tired, or not quite awake yet. I need another coffee. Now, I still have them days. Those answers do creep in from time to time, but in the norm, the 21-day challenge of being positive when somebody asks how you're feeling has created a really positive environment for me to start each day in the right way. Some of you will know, the recruiter listeners within this podcast network will know that I run an online virtual recruitment training program. Within that, we have a 21-day challenge, which is about productivity. And it's a 21-day challenge that sets you up to really understand how productive you are during the day, and how much actual sales output and activity you're going out there and achieving. And what we have is we have red, blue and green coloured pens. You have a timer so that every half an hour, the timer goes off, and whatever you're doing in that moment, you have to record a dot next to that time frame. And the idea behind it is a red dot is a time wasting moment. So perhaps you're surfing the net. Maybe you're just walking around talking to friends or colleagues. You're doing something that doesn't push you forward in terms of what you're there to do. You'll have a blue dot, which is something that is proactive, something that you need to do during the day, but actually there's no financial gain, there's no monetary value in terms of a sales output. It's not going to go and make you achieve more towards your financial goals. And then you have a green dot, which is a financial element. So you're sending a CV perhaps, or you're sending or arranging an interview. What you're doing is you're collating these dots over a period of time. And what you tend to find is the first day of the challenge, you'll have more time wasting red dots that you don't realize you actually do during the day because you feel perhaps that you're being productive. And the idea is, as you go through the 21-day challenge, that you end up with more green dots, ideally more blue and green dots, and less red dots, which actually makes you more productive over the 21 days. It's a really good challenge because it opens your eyes in terms of what you get out of each working day. Are you being productive? Are you allowing yourself the best opportunity to achieve your sales goals that you believe you're heading towards, but actually don't realize that perhaps you don't get the most out of each day? And I mentioned at the start of this podcast that I started a 21-day challenge yesterday, and this is a health and fitness. I this year have decided that I need to be healthier. I need to get back to the gym. I need to be concentrating on looking after my health and well-being, and trying to get back to a level of fitness that perhaps I haven't seen for a number of years. As you grow older, obviously your dad, you've got commitments outside of going to the gym, and I think quite often the health element and going to the gym just falls down the value ladder a little bit. So I've made an invested interest this year to get back on it. And yesterday I've committed to a 21-day challenge. And this challenge basically encompasses going to the gym 3 times a week, doing some ab workouts every day. So that could be a mixture of various ab workouts, but also coupling in with that is 30 minutes of cardio per day. Now that could be on the bike, it could be going for a run, it could be going for a walk, but it's to make sure I do all the elements that I need to do over a 21-day period to create that habit that actually then becomes a natural occurrence. And actually health and fitness and well-being starts to accelerate and move up that value ladder, so that I'm happier, I'm more positive, I have more energy on a daily basis to actually achieve more during the working day. That's the thought process behind it. One of the key elements to any challenge, one of the key elements to doing anything for me is firstly to keep a daily log. So yesterday was obviously day 1 of 21. I write it down, but I also send it to my PT, who keeps me accountable and will chase me up if I haven't sent the daily activity or the screenshot of the cardio levels that I've achieved. The importance behind all of this is to set the rules for the 21-day challenge and to stick to them. I've read in the past that if you mess up, if you miss a day, if you don't quite achieve what you need to achieve, that you need to start the 21-day challenge again. I like the idea, I like the sentiment of that, but for me, that gives you a plan B, and that almost gives you a reason to not do something. And the moment you have that element of doubt, or that element where you know, well, if I don't do it today, I can start again tomorrow, it gives you a get out, and I don't like that. So appreciate sometimes it's unavoidable and you start again, but I don't tend to include that because I want to be accountable. I want to make sure that I can make time, whatever that looks like, and however that gets fitted into the day. But some of the 21-day challenges you can perhaps start to have a think about is creating that active lifestyle. Healthy eating, we've changed our nutrition plan. We are weighing and measuring what we're eating. We're trying to ensure we get all the right food groups into our diet. Smaller portions. I am someone that loves to eat and quite often gorge myself, certainly if it's a Indian takeaway or Chinese takeaway. I tend to not know when to stop because I'm always hungry. Learning and productivity, things like you could commit yourself to read every day for 20-30 minutes, maybe read a chapter. Look at the productivity challenge, have a look at the 21-day red, green and blue dot, and work through that, see how productive you are. Mindfulness and relaxation, the ability to take yourself out of the normal humdrum of a day and just have 30 minutes to yourself where you can relax. Positive starts to the day. Start thinking about how you respond, how you talk to people. Can you bring in some better, more positive, more uplifting words in terms of the vocabulary that you use? There's so many different elements, and I just thought it would make a good podcast to get you thinking. You'd probably be sat there listening to this podcast thinking, I need to do this, or I need to bring this into my life, or I need to make sure that I allow time for this. And I think quite often the days pass by and we never really get anything done that we need to, because other things take over or we get distracted. And I love the idea of a 21-day challenge because it commits you for 3 weeks. You need to find someone that holds you accountable. if you want to do a 21-day challenge and you want to take part and you want to send me a message on a daily basis for 21 days, then please do that. Just own it, own the challenge. Make sure you've told someone, make sure you stay accountable, set the rules, stick to them, and go out there and see what you can achieve, see what new habits you can form. There's some great books out there as well. There's one from James Clear called Atomic Habits. If you haven't read that, then have a read. But let me know what your 21-day challenge will be. Get in touch, keep me accountable, keep you accountable, and let's go out there and see what 21-day challenges we can achieve. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast and you know someone that should be or would be a good guest, then please send details across, get them to get in touch. If you've got topics that you'd like me to cover within the podcast, again, just drop me a message and let me know. Really humbled by all of you that take time to listen to this podcast and offer the feedback. It's gratefully received every single time. And I truly am enjoying the journey. So keep me inspired, keep inspiring me, keep accountable, go get them 21-day challenges, and I will speak to you soon.